hold tight. So,
What's up with Callum?
He's got a bad wisdom tooth problem where it's growing through, and he's talking like he's a bit pissed. And
so is he? So he's doing his
takeaway, and yeah, and it's taken 45 minutes to eat a burger.
I got these amazing ones that are like this big. This is taking a diet too far where you can have a burger, but it's tiny.
It's not a big Harry, but when I was in Scotland back in October, I went to drive through McDonald's in Edinburgh, and that's how big your sausage egg muffin breakfast is.
Yeah.
Only a little bit bigger, and it's still the same price.
Oh, guys. Oh, also, hang on. Jesus Christ. Bex is trying to kill me.
Harry wasn't listening to you.
No, I was listening. I got the nerd T-shirt.
He just didn't like competition for his little burgers.
They're not homemade.
Can I just say now, I'm drinking Goacher's light ale, 5.1%. It's lovely.
It is a nice beer.
Oh yeah.
You should have that on tap more often. I would say I'd come in more often, but the fact that you're closed is stopping me coming in more often.
Well, we're open for takeaway at the moment, hence why I'm wearing my attire.
Well, that's good to know. You've got wets as well, yeah? So.
And I've stopped my cleaning down so that we can take part in a pint or two.
Yeah. What's going to happen today? We're going to just like beat in the car park from 2 metres away. And I'll buy it.
Yeah.
Because I've got my hope for the moment, if that makes sense.
Would it be possible to stand like Rob said, and then you just throw pints at us? Is there a way of?
The law is you've got to take it away, so it's like literally buy your drink and take it off the premises.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. Oh, also, before we do anything or carry on, anyone that does watch this, if you're watching this, I'm probably dead. No, jump to the comments and like as well, because that helps us out massively. So thank you. Sorry, guys. That's literally the only thing I wanted to say. I forget to do that every week. If you're watching, stop what you're doing, give it a like and a comment, nothing abusive, and then jump back in and carry on watching. Thank you. Right. I forget to do that all the time.
No, because you said don't do something. It's like say don't walk on the grass. Now they're going to do it.
If someone wants to jump into the comments and give us grief, I'm more than happy for that. I'm petty. I just have T-shirts made up. So that's literally.
It's nerd wrong, yeah.
Yeah,
nerd.
It's just some nerd. It's just some fuck knuckle with bad manners. So I thought that actually works out. To be fair, I'm not overly fussed on it. I'm petty. Like it's all good. All right.
You're a petty nerd.
Yeah, I'm a nerd. Also, did you guys actually watch the Tyson fight in the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I enjoyed watching it. What about you?
Yeah.
I liked the bit up until the point there was no winners.
Yeah. It felt a little bit like they sort of said, "Oh, let's let both of them." I mean, I was just shocked, or not shocked, but it sort of made me wonder why there were two belts, because I didn't know they made two belts. Like, are there always two belts at a title match in case of a draw, or what?
I don't think so. Well, apparently originally there wasn't meant to be a winner. They weren't going to announce it. And then they brought in judges.
I've written who I think the winner's on it. So
okay, go on.
You've got a piece of paper, and you think who the winner should be, and you've got a pen and paper?
Yeah.
Because you're going to need one for quiz anyway. And the thing is, though, I know Stu's going to win the quiz now because Callum's not
here. Not necessarily. I think it's pure luck.
Goes back to front.
Stu's is an invisibility cloak. Ah, there we go.
Stu's really easy.
Yeah. One thing that is funny.
I'm going to write it the wrong way round and see if that makes any difference.
I think it's because I'm using like obviously selfie camera on the phone, so it reverses the picture.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Both ways I've written it. One's Goshki and the other one's Shuklik.
One thing that has come out of this that's semi-interesting. I hope it doesn't last long, but now Jake Paul's now he's knocked out a NBA player who, for the record, apparently didn't do a single round of sparring leading up to this fight, like at all. Which is, I feel like if you're going to have a pro fight, not that I'm an expert on this sort of thing, I don't really know. You probably should practice that part of it because pad work generally isn't enough.
Pad work doesn't train you on how to take a punch to the face.
Pad not hit back.
And when someone's hitting you as hard as they can.
I looked up this Nate Robinson. I was watching his training leading up to the fight. And on the pad work, he looked spot on. He looked great. But as soon as the lights were on him and the cameras and the bell went, it all went out the window and he just kind of charged Jake Paul, who himself is not a great boxer. Like, just I don't think so. I think he's shit. But now that he has done this, he's now challenged Conor McGregor and Dylan Dennis. And he has also claimed to be sent by God to usher in a new era of boxing. His words. So I'm hoping that one of these guys does accept, completely obliterates him.
You're not fighting Mayweather?
No, that's his brother.
Oh, it's his brother.
Logan.
Yeah, so I don't know why these...
Are they both dicks? Is one better than the other?
No, they're both fuck knuckles. Like 100%. Like massively. I like, don't get me wrong, like Logan Paul, like he's an athlete, he's in shape, he looks great, but I don't think that's like...
It's so does McDonald.
To be fair, this is what people are talking about, so I guess he's just going to keep doing it until... It's got massive paychecks, really, isn't it? That's what it comes down to, more than anything, you know.
Mo Farah is a great athlete and in excellent shape, but there's no way that I would want to see him go up against someone like Conor McGregor.
Nah. Yeah, no. I kind of hope that McGregor just if he does take it, which he won't, it'll be the course of 3 rounds, just mushes his insides, and then it just lets that be it. Just let it go. Just like once they're done, throw him in a body bag. Just let it be. I don't know. I think this is ridiculous.
McGregor stands still and then the opponent throws a punch and he grabs him in the old chokehold neck lock and then chokes him out. That's it. So done in one.
He turned around in an interview and he's like, "I'm bigger than McGregor. I'm stronger. McGregor's past his prime, and all this shit." I think McGregor's 33, and he looks insane. Yeah. Like he genuinely looks.
Do you remember what McGregor done to Nate Diaz's face? A few years ago, and Nate Diaz is bigger than
him. he beat Cowboy Cerrone with his shoulder, which, like, he's the only person in history to have a knockout with a shoulder. Like, that's not even right. It's insane. I just realised Dex is playing football next to me. And
have you moved into a Bedouin tent?
No, we're in the loft.
Ah, right.
There's no table downstairs, so we sort of make him do as and when. And it's not.
What's happening to this?
It's not really. Yeah, it's not really the best at the moment, but we're sort of adjusting and trying to keep stuff like going, like just trying to tidy and that. But it's been a bit of a hectic week, manic week to be honest.
You've been working?
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I've been working and literally. Been working like 11:30 till 6:30 every day, and then coming straight home, getting ready, going straight out to the gym. So I'm like this entire week, if I haven't been at them 2 places, I've been asleep.
Yeah. So long then, Rob.
Bye. And I was.
I ran out of wits because I was waiting the whole hour till Harry turned up.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not a good barman. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it because your Wi-Fi don't go to the loft?
We're having communication problems, like where we were thinking it was gonna. We thought it was going to be at one time, and then we were like, "Oh, we should confirm it." And then we did dinner, and we just got completely lost with the.
It was 8 o'clock.
All right. In my defence, I've slept for the last. I'm looking at like before this, it's like the last 2 hours.
Oh.
My routine's so out of sync that I woke up at 3, stayed up till like literally like 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I don't know.
You've all got headsets on, so I thought I'd put mine on.
Yeah, it's easier to hear you, even though I look like an air traffic controller.
I've got to plug it in.
Except mine are wireless, so they run out of battery.
I got these amazing ones. They're earpods, but they're not earpods. They're £20 off Amazon.
Oh yeah.
And they'll go an entire shift at work, and they'll be perfect. Yeah, like really good. I was going to get Raycons.
I've got some in-ear earpods by Tranya, which are really good. They're about 60 quid, but they like you say, they last a long time. I mean, these are just like decent shit ones.
It's just one of those things. I got some £6 ones from B&M, and I don't want to put this on YouTube and diss B&M.
Oh, no, but that's your sponsor. Sponsors by B&M.
£10. But yeah, they.
By Carlin Black Lady.
Sorry?
Who's your
Home Bargain? Sorry.
Auction Castles.
But just something half decent.
I'm just trying to get some free things just for Christmas. I didn't know if you noticed it.
We started watching that Christmas film, and we should do this as a review at some point separately. But it is fucking painful. It is really bad. So we should probably do.
What it's called again, Harry? Well, no, it's got it on my phone. Don't tell me, but tell the viewers, obviously, and then I'll go for.
It's I think it's a Cinderella Christmas Story.
Oh, I didn't get that earlier. I thought it was just Christmas Story. That's why I thought it was the little kiddie with the glasses. A Christmas Story.
The one that wants the air rifle.
Well, the one looks like the Milky Bar Kid, but I think it's America's favourite Christmas film, and I've never known anything so shitty in my life.
It looked like me as a kid.
That's the hell out of me.
Yeah, it's like It's a Wonderful Life, isn't that? That's a bit of a bummer as well, isn't it?
Well, it's a bummer, but it ends well. But then again, you've got to think with A Wonderful Life, I would have said 90% of the film's not set at Christmas.
Yeah. Although someone did say the other day, if Die Hard's a Christmas... Who said that? If Die Hard's a Christmas film, so is Lethal Weapon. Yeah, so I feel like if we review a bad one, we should also do my Sean Connery. We should also watch the first Lethal Weapon as well, because that's amazing.
Yeah.
I love them. I love them films. I'm so glad they're making a 5th one. Also, Lethal Weapon. Die Hard lost me after John McClane was throwing taxis at helicopters and spinning.
Off 85 floor buildings and landing on his feet and going, "Ow! I sprained my ankle."
Yeah, well, in the first one, he's like this, where he's like picking glass out of his feet, and he's like broken. But the last one, he spins off a helicopter, flies through a window, and then like hits the ground, and then just gets back up and goes, "Oh, it's completely fine." Like not even.
Those windows are they're plate glass windows. They're reinforced. They're made so that people can throw themselves at them from inside the building and not go through them.
Oh, so also the fact that he's in. Where is the end of that film set? Do you remember? It's where there was the nuclear disaster.
Which one are you talking about?
Chernobyl.
Chernobyl. Everyone else is wearing hazmat suits, and he's just in a t-shirt and jacket.
Yeah. That doesn't actually establish with me as a Die Hard film.
John McClane.
The one with his son in it.
McClane, who's invincible.
Yeah, he's a pet.
He's invincible to.
I think it's Die Hard 1 is good. Die Hard 2's bearable, but anything after that is a bit.
I like 4. It's completely different. It's something that they hadn't done before. But the last one, he's completely invincible. But sorry,
is that the one in Russia? Yeah.
No, that's the one in New York with
what's 3?
Justin Long. 3 is Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh, crikey. Oh, that's the one with old Thingamabob in it, isn't it?
Samuel L. Jackson.
No, I was thinking, yeah, well, that's him. That's one of them, but I meant the baddie. It's Hans's brother, isn't it? Played by Jeremy
Yeah,
Irons.
yeah. But, yeah, he's invincible, but not to, like, really intense cancer or something like that. Because if he went to Chernobyl in radiation zones and didn't wear a suit, the next Die Hard should just be him getting doctor's appointments, just really checking himself out. 'Cause that film,
Maybe they should do
and
Die Hard versus Indiana Jones or something like that.
I think Bruce Willis has given up, just completely given up, because everything he does, like recently, is just shit.
Have
Like,
you seen him in Red 2 though?
Well, he earned his money, didn't he?
Have you watched Red 2 yet on
I've
Netflix?
I watched Red 2 when it came out, but that was like 8 years ago.
Yeah, I still like it.
I like the first one. I should probably go back and watch the second one. I tried watching Looper because everyone kept saying how amazing that was. I cannot stand that film.
Is that where they jump?
It should have been going with a P, didn't you? You called it Pooper.
It is. No, it's where they basically, it's assassin, and they get sent back in time and then they end up being killed by themselves. But it makes no sense to me. I don't understand. If you're going to send someone back in time to die, don't send them to themselves. Send them somewhere else, like in front of a train.
Yeah, right into the middle of like where the Hiroshima bomb dropped. Right underneath it. Yeah.
Literally, just send them straight back to that time, and no one would ever know. That film irritates me. I've heard so many good things, and it just ended up just depressing me.
But his title now, Pooper Irritator.
Oh, also,
that's the sequel.
So, Stu, how many episodes of The Mandalorian did you get into?
So I literally, while I was waiting for the login for the meeting, I started watching episode 4, series 2.
Is that
the beginning? The beginning, the Mandalorian ship is like flying down towards the planet through the ozone, setting on fire.
Yeah.
And then he stops it just above where he's going to land, and they're all like, "Oh yeah, look, check that out!" And then he goes way and just goes straight into the water.
I think you should do you should do the subtitles for them programs, because I want to see that. Just Mandalorian going way. That previous episode with the spiders was insane. I was I watched that I think 2 or 3 times, as I have done with most of the episodes this season. I love this program. What did you think of the first season?
Yeah, brilliant. I am really, really enjoying it. There's a couple of little things, because I'm not a massive Star Wars fan like yourself. I love Star Wars. I love watching it, but I'm not well up to date with everything, and I can't understand how the storyline bounces forwards and backwards through all the films and that. But like you said, Mandalorian, really good to watch, even if you ain't got a clue what the storyline is. But there's a couple of things that I found a bit sort of weird. There's one of the episodes where the Mandalorian goes and lands on a space station, and the hangar doors are open, and the fella's just standing by the door. Now, I thought space was a vacuum and was minus 247 Fahrenheit or something, so freezing cold. How is he just standing by the door waiting for the Mandalorian to land?
That's a good point. And do they not explain it using ray shields or?
Well, I was hoping you'd be able to answer that. I was hoping you'd have
I would imagine.
Knowledge.
They haven't explained it in Rebels and things like that in the past, haven't they? But if it's not pointed it out to someone who's not seen it, but I don't remember actually seeing something physical in terms of that blue sheen, proving that they're in there.
My favourite
lands.
Yeah, there's a really great moment though, like that it is in the second season, where they break into a facility, and they ask. There's a moment where they have to get something that's on the side of a ledge, and one of them just mentions, he just really subtly, he's like, "There's no guardrails," and I love that, because the original trilogy, everything they stand on is just great big drops, and no one ever mentions it. I think Family Guy took the mick out of it, where they did their something dark side. And they're just like,
Yeah.
just a railing.
Someone-
That's it. Just put in a railing.
Someone should really put something here because people could fall off of here.
And there was just a great moment where one of the guys mentions that. I really appreciate that. Me and Bex is
That is
Jesus.
making, she's making kung fu
Wow.
noises. Yeah, I know.
That
I completely lost my train of thought.
working out really well.
Oh, also we got, because
Oh no.
you at some point you have to get a baby Yoda. That is the rules. He's going to be my new co-host.
It's the way.
Yeah, I need a Mandalorian helmet.
What's the baby Yoda's name?
Grogu.
Yeah. Did
Grogu.
Callum send you that Mandalorian Pluto picture earlier? Harry?
Mandalorian what picture?
Look at the chat conversation. Callum sent you a
Mandalorian
dildo.
Oh, why is this a thing?
I put the comment on, was it an armour dildo?
Oh, that's not okay.
Well,
That is,
That's even worse.
that is horrible. That is disgusting. And I've added to cart. Completely unrelated. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm wearing
I
one
have
right now.
another sort of question about all of the Star Wars franchise, really. How come 99% of all the aliens have got a human form?
I'll put an input in that. And that's because they haven't got any imagination.
You know, the Mandalorian at the moment, he's ferrying that lizard bird to her husband with the eggs in the capsule, like the jar of water. Even I noticed when she hugged her husband when they met at the port, she had like 4 fingers and a thumb, but they were just slightly webbed and made to look a little bit lizardy.
I think that's probably from the original trilogy, where most of the costumes are just stuff they had lying around. Like
there is actually an actual fact that some of the outfits, I think people know more about this than I do, but it's they were actually Doctor Who props because they filmed it all in London as well. So Bosk is actually a Doctor Who character.
Oh wow!
And they've got like certain things that are like repurposed coffee machines and stuff like that. Like where you watch the original trilogy and look in the background, you'll see an ice cream machine or something that's just been,
isn't it?
Yeah, like they just cover them in tin foil and just add bits. Like
wrap bits in foil.
I think it's just a case of like, but this is the thing that annoys me the most. Like it's one of the biggest, not losses. Like I don't like the Ewoks. They annoy me, which I'll probably get some hate for putting that online. But they're like clearly made for toys, but then again, they're
made for marketing.
But apparently the original.
Bothered me, I don't think Jar Jar's bothered me either.
I don't mind Jar Jar. It just is what it is. But
he's a
good character. It needed comedy, so Jar Jar makes sense to be in there.
Yeah, but originally the Ewoks were meant to be Wookiees. That entire final battle was meant to be Wookiees,
which makes sense.
But but apparently they didn't have enough money in the budget, so they cut them in half and called them Ewoks.
They've made the 2 biggest films go in, and the banks are involved, the shareholders involved.
Well, yeah, true, but apparently so they cut them in half and they had Ewoks instead, which I think is a massive waste because I think, I don't know, they just.
Well, at the same time, it's still better than any Disney trilogy episode, isn't it? So, but again, is it greed?
I love The Force Awakens. I think The Force Awakens
the Jedi and the Phantom Menace.
I think it's phenomenal. I really do. There's a scene in that.
There's a powerful scene in it, which gets me. But other than that,
when
you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, but there's a moment when they fly the Millennium Falcon and they throw it straight up, then the power goes and then it drops and the camera comes down. That entire scene, I went to cinema like 6 times to see that. Like, I not just for that one scene, obviously, but I went to see Star Wars: Force Awakens at least 5 or 6 times in cinema. I regret
I don't
nothing.
know if I've seen it. I don't know if I've seen it.
I went to the cinema with you.
You're too busy.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. I went with you and
This is
Chapo.
how everyone's going to find out.
I went by myself, I think.
Yeah.
No, we went, or did we go opening night?
We went to the midnight viewing, didn't we?
Yeah, and then I went again with, probably, I think by myself, again with you and Chapo.
I'm all right to say, so it's the one where Han Solo dies, and I'm not spoiling it for anyone, because it's been years now, and anyone who's serious about not finding that out, it's way too late now.
Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we'll probably get away with maybe up to the last couple of episodes of The Mandalorian, and then just and then stop before you face the rage of the internet, because they do get really mad about certain things.
So, shall I not? All right, so I'm going to watch the rest of season 2, and then I will not say what happens at the end of it on the next.
I think we probably will, because it's all good. Like, to
I love
be
that
fair,
bit where the Mandalorian feeds the baby Yoda into the shredder.
That's one way to get us cancelled off the internet. Just because you can get cancelled in a number of ways these days, and disrespected Baby Yoda's probably on the top 3.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah. I like him. I like
ago,
the fact that he could probably just make your head explode if he wanted to.
Yeah.
And at the moment, in his adolescence, he'd find that hilarious.
Yeah, there is something that I really do appreciate, and I'm probably going to spoil a little bit of The Mandalorian as well. Have you got the episode where it starts with Mandalorian trying to teach Baby Yoda, or trying to get him to fix the ship? Have you seen this bit yet?
No.
Is that bit
I don't think so.
The blue
yeah,
one?
so basically, so basically he's put Baby Yoda inside a little, inside like a tunnel, and there's all wires, which is really safe. And he's just going, I need you to fix this wire, not this wire. And Baby Yoda's he's looking at these wires, and then he ends up just electrocuting himself. But it's something that happened. Yeah, there's something that happens later on where we find out his name. There's someone that turns up that can communicate with Baby Yoda, and they sort of mind meld, and they just she's like, he told me his name, his story, all of this. And I love the fact that he actually can understand everything the Mandalorian's saying, but just in certain moments, like with the wires, he's just like, fuck it.
No, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play with him.
Literally, it's a really weird thing that they. Obviously, he's a child, even though he's 50. But
I'm still a child, and I'm 46 almost. So.
Yeah, I just love that later on when they start calling him Grogu, every time he does, he responds perfectly. So he knows what's going on. There's just these little moments where he's just looking at his wires and he's just like, fuck it. Just.
It'd be funny if his surname's
I've forgotten what he said.
Grogu Big Sheep.
This meeting no longer has a time limit.
Did you pay for that, Harry?
Me? Pay? No, I don't.
I just had a pop-up.
Yeah,
that's always nice.
So yeah, we don't have to stop recording. Is it because Callum's not here? Callum's obviously it's being censored. So they go, well, keep zooming.
Me and Bex went back and rewatched the first episode of The Mandalorian as well.
Yeah.
And there's a moment when it's literally within the first 5 minutes that got me on this program. It's when he goes into the bar and he's trying to get the fish guy, and he starts kicking the shit out of everyone because they're all like Jason Statham villains, where they just immediately see someone they don't know and they have to beat him up. But there's a moment where one of the guys runs out and trips, or he hits him, and he drags him in and then just shoots the thing, and it just closes on his body.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, literally, it closes up, and then the camera cuts away just as it gets to there, and then it shuts, and you see the legs come down. And I saw that, and I was like, oh, fuck. But that's not, that's brutal. I love that. Yeah. I really do. And the last couple of episodes have been...
He does it again on the prison ship, doesn't he?
Mm.
When they're getting that the bird with the weird dreads out of the prison ship. There's a massive dude, and he's like he can't kill him, and then eventually the doors come down, and the geezer stops them, and he just starts opening them up again. The Mandalorian hits the secondary doors, and they just go flap.
There should be a moment after that where it's him with his helmet off, just spraying off the alien blood, just trying to just because there would be, he would be soaked after that. Like there is, I really do love that program. But we're going back and rewatching the first season just to sort of, because I think Bex has seen it in parts.
Are you impressed with the announcements of the other Star Wars things then, Harry?
Yes, no, I love this. So I was listening to the Disney shareholders meeting when I was at work the other day because I'm sad. Finding out all the new stuff they've got coming out. And they've got an Ahsoka Tano series, which is going to be amazing. Maybe, I think. So, I don't think you've come up to Ahsoka yet, have you, Stu?
No.
No. Spoilers. Yeah, but to be fair, you were going to see it anyway. Ahsoka's a character they created in the Clone Wars. And there's a few others as well. A Lando series, but they haven't said anything if it's animated or live action.
Right.
So I'm really excited about that.
I'm not a massive fan of animated series, apart from things like Rick and Morty, and like I've been watching Hoops as well on Netflix.
Wait.
Hoops is like well near the mark. You can't watch that with your kids around. Way too much.
Oh, have you seen Big Mouth?
Yeah.
Big Mouth. The hormone monster in that I love. I think he's fantastic. Yeah. I want to be able to do his voice because it is like that program kills me. I still haven't watched the new season yet.
The new season's good. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
I like Rick. You know, the really old hormone monster that's only got one eye and that. Yeah. Well, one of his eyes looks like an arsehole. So.
Never noticed that. If Lando is live action, I think it'd be great. If it's animated, I'm the same point. There are certain animated programs. I've been watching the new Harley Quinn animated series, which Harley Quinn's obviously the Batman villain, and it's really, really violent. Like, and there's so much swearing. Like, it's really weird. It's not for kids. It's animated. It's really like bright. But there's also points where people are getting blended, chopped up, blown up, like heads exploding. I watched the first episode and I was thinking, I heard about it. I was like, it can't be that bad for a Harley Quinn program. And then like within the first 10 minutes, she's like using acid to burn off people's faces and stuff like that. And I was
What did you watch that on?
I've got an app. I'll send you the link because it's really good. It's like... It's a new Harley Quinn animated series. It's there's 2 seasons of it, but they've done something really good. So obviously, you know, Bane. The Bane in this program is a combination of the old like the spandex luchador, and a combination of him and Tom Hardy. And he's every scene he's in, he's just hilarious. Like I can't even do justice to it. It's just. I'll tell you, like, watch the first episode and then it's brilliant. So funny. Yeah. But if the Lando program is animated, because they've got also the Bad Batch, which I know obviously you haven't watched the Clone Wars, the animated series.
Yeah, I know about Bad Batch. I mean, I do know about Bad Batch. Yes, the old ones that have got conscience, haven't they?
Yeah, I also same for Andor as well. Andor is live action. I loved Rogue One. I don't care about this program. I'll watch it. I will watch it because it's Star Wars. But at the same time, I'm like,
just do a sequel to Rogue One. That's all they need to do.
Yeah.
You know,
but then other ones,
on screen, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Sorry. But yeah, you gave away Han Solo. I did hear that.
Oh wait, so you both spoiled a death from Star Wars. I feel like I need to jump in.
Well, that was one was genuine death, wasn't it? One was off you go. The other one was just like a boom in the light. That could be a that could be they just knocked over. It's a bit like being shipwrecked, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That Andor program, because the idea, like Rogue One, was
Surprised them
fantastic.
farted at the same time.
Sorry.
Were you surprised and farted at the same time?
No, that wasn't me.
Oh,
What wasn't you, buddy?
is that music that I can hear? Is that the Fortnite music?
No, it was. She's just come out of it. You're not playing anymore.
What wasn't you?
Nothing. You have to watch
It's
the
gonna come
program
on.
when it goes up.
Are you going to play the quiz?
That music sounds like you've left your PlayStation playing at the end of a DVD.
Can you hear that?
You've left it on.
Yeah, it's well loud.
that-
It's going to annoy
is it
your
loud?
audience.
Do we have an audience?
Well,
Massive. There's millions. I mean, I was
Millions.
counting
Well-
on winning the Euro Millions last night, but I didn't bother buying a ticket because I know like what with the sponsorship deals that we're going to get is just unreal.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I'd like to get sponsored by like something that we can use, ideally, because I see a lot of these ones. I watch so many podcasts, and some of them are like things I'm never going to use, like the small laptops and stuff like that. But there's a great one I keep seeing for like mattresses, like super memory foam.
Yes.
They can sponsor me all day if they want.
Simba.
Yeah, just like.
I could do with a gym membership.
Did they, Harry?
So what's that?
I take it Korg Pianos contacted you earlier about the sponsorship for your branding.
It just
Casio, isn't it?
it's rock jam. It's a great conversation starter. I can just be like, yeah, no, I can play, and I'll do it later, and just never get around to it.
Yeah, people actually say, "Oh, I didn't know you played the piano," and you're like, "Yeah, you know, something I do in my part time, you know." And then when they're like, "Oh, bang out a tune," you're like, "I can't at the moment. I've got a sore finger." Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
can't.
what it is. I'll tell you what I
Yeah.
can do is the first 2 seconds of the EastEnders theme, sort of. That's it. Yeah, literally.
You can take that opportunity then, and I will as well to wish
Bex.
Barbara a happy time in heaven. God bless.
Bex tried teaching me how to play Lucas Graham's 7 Years,
Who's that?
and have you not heard that song?
Remind me, because I don't recognise it.
It's really good. I'm not going to sing it, but she tried teaching me how to do that on the piano, and I just do not have it. It's so hard.
You did well.
Did well. I feel like that's not good. Not good. I'll
Much like saying, yeah, I'm up for that,
yeah, you're fine. Yeah. I had an old boxing instructor that used to be like that. That was like, yeah, no, good. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, we'll put you on something. Yeah, but there's shows coming up. You can go and watch them. The other one as well. Oh no! Imagine that. Hey, look, there's a floating arm in where
yeah.
Rivendell.
Rob, where is that? What it is? I was going to say Gondor, but obviously I need to go back and rewatch them. The other one I'm really excited about is the Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Yes, that should be good.
Rob.
Oh my god,
It's gonna be a remake of Anakin, though, isn't it, or something? Anakin.
Yeah. Hayden Christensen's coming back. Pete is
an elfy beard.
terrifying.
Oh, meet my mate, bloke who put his cock in a jar. Who's that? I'm trying to think. Nosferatu. No, not Nosferatu. Who's the Russian? Rasputin. That's him.
Did he put his cock in a jar?
I know that when he was dead, and apparently it was a big old dong like this.
Everyone put their cock in a jar.
Yeah, well, his dead body, they cut off his cock because apparently it's like, and if you touch the jar, apparently you get good luck. I'm thinking, bloke, you're gay.
We banged a lot of
That-
women.
That feels like a
Good luck does sound a lot like gonorrhea.
it sounds like a prank that he had before he passed away. Like, yeah, touch my penis and you'll get good luck. And then he sort of went. He died
Yeah.
smiling.
Basically, he said to his best mate, "Look, if I die, there's 2 things you got to do. You got to delete my internet history and put the cock in the jar and just get everyone to touch it."
Well, what year did Rasputin die?
So it's
Because it might have,
Yeah.
It
yeah,
might not be internet history. It might be like stone tablets or something like that.
yeah.
Just erase my chalk paintings that are in my cave. But I feel like that is I've gone back a bit too far there.
Back
I
far.
was going to say that's
I consider 18.
really far back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
the royal
I don't know
family
history.
still in Russia at the time,
Russian royal family.
because he was their advisor, wasn't
He
he?
was shagging his way through them. And
Oh, there you are. That's Rasputin's cock in a jar. I don't know if it's going to come up. Oh, no, it's not going to work.
we're gonna
Really?
get so much trouble.
Oh, look. So he's been out elfed. It is a bit of a wrong thing to say. Oh, did you see that
Are
wrong?
we making a point of having a penis in every episode?
We're out now.
I'll just say though, I reckon,
Wrong, isn't it?
looking at that, we've got the answer to invisibility cloaks. All we've got to do is work out how to make these cameras or two backgrounds.
So yeah, it's basically saying it should be effortless.
Yeah.
Pete just keeps popping in and out.
Yeah.
Oh, Rasputin.
Yeah.
He's just as. Maybe it's because they go, oh, look, Pete pops in and out. Oh, Rasputin.
Yeah.
Can't show that either. Maybe
Penis
See,
face.
they both
The
just.
invisibility cloak, he's just doing this. He's just taking it off, putting it on, taking it off.
Maybe I'll go
I
down
don't know.
the other route.
Hey,
and become really.
going back to like movies and stuff, I have done a bit of Netflix watching lately, and watched the second because it was on the trending part of Netflix. Has anyone taken like an hour and a half out of their life to watch that?
What's it called?
The second,
The second.
basically, yeah, it's basically like the Second Amendment that America has the right to bear arms. I believe I'm not really up with the American commandment.
Yeah, Pete's got bare arms.
Nice
hasn't he?
bare
I've got
arms.
bare arms.
Yeah.
I thought it meant you could just own bear arms, like arms. Basically, the film if there's a politician that wants the amendment to be banned, because of the danger of guns and all that, and then there's like the CIA and all that, and they want everyone to have as many guns as they can. But there's a scene in it where like the good guy is at the bottom of a stairwell and there's a bad guy at the top of the stairwell with a machine gun. The good guy has got a handgun, right? And they exchange gunfire for about a good 7 minutes. And the guy with the handgun, the good guy, fires it about 45 times. And I was looking, I was thinking, there's no way he's got a mag like 17 feet long, loaded with bullets, so he can just keep firing that. And I thought in today's day and age of filmmaking, they have got over the fact that guns do run out of bullets.
Yeah. I think but it weren't that long ago. I say that, it's probably about 8 years ago now. Do you remember Herschel's shotgun in The Walking Dead?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It just, I love it. I was probably the only person that liked season 2. But when he's on that farm and he's just unloading double barrel shots all over, and just no one questions a thing.
It weren't even like they could say, oh, it was a Mossberg 9-shot repeater. Like it was a side-by-side shotgun that needed loading every 2 shots. Yeah.
But there was a scene where he had it over his arm and he loads 2 shells into it and he cocks it. Yeah. And then I think that's probably the only.
That's it for 10 series.
Yeah, literally. Well, Herschel, I think he ended up. He got beheaded in the end, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't he lose a leg or something?
Yeah, he lost a leg as well. Yeah, that guy got a really bad rap, didn't he? He sort of. To be fair, he was doing really well before Rick showed up. You know, he had a farm, family, food. He was doing all right for himself, and then Rick showed up and leg gets fucked, neck gets wrecked, he loses his home. Like, it's bad luck, really, isn't he?
Yeah,
Really likable character, that one.
Do you guys still follow The Walking Dead?
Well, I'm work out when episode 16 of the last series is going to go on, because they literally shut it down, and then I've heard nothing since. But I'm still following Fear the Walking Dead. I'm on last year's season, and I really enjoy that because that's
I
got
checked.
Morgan in it now.
I loved. Is it Nick, the young lad? Is he still in Fear the Walking Dead? I think is that his name.
He's dead.
The heroine. Is he dead?
Yeah, they killed off pretty much everyone from the first series.
What? I really liked him. How did he die?
I think he was just sort of sitting there, and I think a gun just went off in his hand accidentally, and he shot himself. Something weird like that. You know, he's just looking at something, feeling all proud of himself, and I think he shot himself by an accident, something like that. Something weird like that.
Oh,
Did he piss
That'd
off
be
the
brilliant.
writers or something? That feels like a very
Well,
Joey
I think,
moment.
I think all the guys pissed off people. Oh, no, the only person that's still there is the South American hairdresser, chappie.
who the hell is that?
Fuck yeah, that I stopped. I checked out that after.
Oh, and then there's the
Yeah,
black dude who has the boat. Hello, I'm the black man from the boat, man. That one. You know him.
Oh, I liked him. I loved his
I
the
love his character.
the way he carried himself and his voice. I thought he was great, but there wasn't enough in that program to make me keep watching. But the same for the actual Walking Dead.
Because it is, I'm invested in it, and there's lots of new characters, and I don't think it's. The thing is, with Walking Dead, it will shock you in who went. I think it's done enough shocks with this particular one, and now I think they're holding on to people. They need to shock people again, but other than that,
Are you watching the new Walking Dead as well? The third spin-off series.
the one about the teenagers, it's on my Amazon Prime ready to go, but because they're releasing the episodes on a weekly basis, I'm gonna do it in one last week. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? Spoilers for The Walking Dead. I checked out when Rick died but didn't die.
Yeah,
I understand why they did it because he's getting his own film or whatever, or 3 films, I think. But I just got to a point where he's not coming back to the program, but he's going to have his own spin-off.
He might come back for a very, very last episode if they do it.
Yeah.
What series are you on now? 10, aren't we? So if they did a 12 season, I think that's going to be their final one. I got the impression he was come with me if you want to live. Something like that.
It feels like to me that it feels like they're just longing it out way too much to try and get as much money out of it as possible. I mean,
Walking Dead did
the only reason that 40 Towers was brilliant because there was 2 series, 6 episodes of series, hilarious. Didn't run out of jokes. They didn't go, let's do another one, let's do another one, let's do another one. It just made it brilliant. All right, there was a lot of trouble. I know, well, I don't know personally, but I know that John Cleese was he with Connie Booth at the time?
Yes.
And they were actually going through a big breakup while making the second season.
That's quite nice. She turned 80.
Yeah, and
you know that?
Pardon?
She turned 80 the other day.
Really?
Yeah, that's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, but like it was really, really good, really funny, and left you wanting more. But then that's what a good series should do, like make you go, but really, and you always remember it was good.
Well, I had this with Supernatural. I loved that program, and I watched that for the first 10 seasons, and then I got to a point where I was like, right, I'm done, checked out. It's just there's so many, 23 episodes a season, and I went back recently and just watched the final 2 episodes, just because it's finally ended after 15 years.
Oh, they've ended.
The last 2 episodes, finally ended it. The last 2 episodes are perfect. Like really, really good way to end it. Like you couldn't have done it in any better way, I don't think. But it went on for so long. Even if you were going to start watching it,
do you class Friday the 13th as one of their episodes as well?
No, I would love to have seen that. I'll put Jason in anything. To be fair, I love Jason anyway. But that it's just too much. If you were going to sit down and watch an episode a week, you would be there for about 6 years now. There's so many episodes. It's insane. It's just too much. Like
I feel like that with Game of Thrones.
With what?
Yeah.
I feel like that with Game of Thrones. It's like
I know Game of Thrones.
I'd love. Yeah, I know it's awesome, but I'd love to watch it. But now there's so many seasons and so many episodes a season. I can't be asked to even begin to watch
I'll
it.
get to the last 2 series and you'll be very disappointed with how quick they go.
Yeah, a lot of people were
Because
like
they
that.
just sort of consolidated them, sort of thing. It's
Right.
good though. But I did because I got them all on DVD, and I decided because I got the final series last year for Christmas that I'd watch them, and I think that was the first thing I did during the first 2 weeks of lockdown. And I actually did enjoy them, and I actually did sort of forgive them for what I felt was a disappointing end for Game of Thrones. And I think the weird thing is, it's because it doesn't feel like it's ended. It's left open still, isn't it? That's how I look at it.
I don't know.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So you won't take on catch up, Stu.
I enjoyed it, but there were certain things that felt like they were really rushed. There's a certain thing where I won't spoil it.
What, travelling?
No, yeah, they rushed traveling. There was one character that was really, really great, and for the people and all
You said
this, and then just
I know you meant she.
yeah, the last 2 episodes,
Spoil
and
it.
just switched and become this villain that wanted to kill everyone and rule the world. And I just thought,
So you're talking about Daenerys.
all right, yeah, fuck it, we're spoiling it. I'm talking about Daenerys. They just and they get
Lockdown would do that to someone.
they get to a point where they completely switch a character in the last 2 episodes, and there's not even a build up for it. I don't think it felt really odd and out of place.
I think I'd enjoy that.
But what put me off?
I'm just going to watch the last 2 episodes.
Yeah. What put me off as well is I watched Spartacus before I watched Game of Thrones.
Oh, do you know, I just had Spartacus in my head.
Yeah, that program is perfect. Like when I watched,
I watched another series.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. You want another series. They left it where, he's dead. But is he dead? I don't know. He was laying there, but
it's
he
true.
might have got
It's true to history. It's a bit like Boadicea. They never found the bodies, and if it's anything like current affairs, history that generally makes up what happened to someone if they don't know what happened to them, or they got.
I genuinely.
Or they died and all that sort of thing.
Yeah, I thought they were going to put Boadicea in the last season because there is a redheaded actress whose husband is killed in the 4th season, if you remember that. Yeah. And I thought they were going to say that's Boadicea because I would love to have seen a story of her because I read a book about her a little while back. She's fascinating. I won't start getting into history and like completely change this podcast into something where people are like, but she's great. She led the Iceni tribe, and they were a bunch of fucking psychopaths. They would they had these necklaces that broke there, and they would run into battle with swords, necklaces, and that's it. Like you would essentially be, you'd have like your Roman soldiers, your big cavalry with your shield and your sword, and you'd look up to the top of the hill, and there would be 500 naked Iceni members just running at you. And if that's not terrifying, I have no idea what is.
Members.
Literally, like if you were behind your shield and they were like, right, we need you to hold the line, and you saw 500 swinging dicks coming your way, nah,
you'd love it, Harry.
Oh no, I would. Yeah, no, 100%. I'd be in my element. I'd throw the shield and the sword, and I'd be like,
close off. Let's join in.
I don't know if is that pre-woad days as well, as if they're covered in paints and weird things, make them look like devils or proper mad beasts.
They didn't even paint themselves. They just charged, but they were amazing. I would love to. And if any program's going to do that, I feel like Spartacus was the one because they had insane. Do you remember when they go to the bathhouse? There's just some really weird moments in that episode where there's a woman. But there's a woman there. Like she's got her arms cut off, but she's holding a tray, and then she's like sort of all the genders.
How's she holding the tray?
All 2 of them
on her nubs. She's just sort of resting it.
She's breasting.
I'm gonna get cancelled for that, aren't I? But I loved that program, and then watching that, and then going straight to Game of Thrones, it wasn't the same.
The thing is, Game of Thrones is a completely different thing. It's
Oh, 100%, 100%.
one
But I just,
fantasy, I think, well, the other one's actually tied to history more than anything. Production value
Yeah.
on Game of Thrones is a lot bigger, but I still think that they are closely matched in terms of the outcome. Spartacus had a better ending.
oh yeah, I loved the ending. I loved, like, even the villain for the last season, Marcus Crassus. He was brilliant because he wasn't just like twiddling, I'm evil. He respected and liked Spartacus. He was like,
Yeah.
no, this guy's clever. He's methodical, and like I loved that. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
I
I
was
thought
trying to
there
get
was a bit
Becca
of-
into it.
I thought there was an irony, the fact that Callum used to call me Genicus, and then when I was growing up, people called me Jesus. Then right at the end, I'm on the cross. I thought, well, that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That
Crucified.
Gannicus
Right
was
time period.
Yeah.
Gannicus was brilliant. That the way because they did the obviously Andy Whitfield got really sick, and they did the prequel series and introduced him, and then
What's
blended
Gannicus
him
then?
into the.
What's Genicus's quote? What's his catchphrase?
Oh,
Never fucking lose.
huh?
Never fucking lose.
Never fucking.
Oh shit!
That's why I put it on the,
Yeah.
shirt, didn't I? But obviously they missed out the swear words, and I was gutted.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
remember what Gannicus said when he was on the cross at the end.
He just laughed,
And
didn't
he
he?
just starts laughing.
yeah, he literally just yeah.
Always
Yeah.
look on the bright side.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
They really should
my
have done that. Would have messed it right up. We got to do it. Let's just take the piss right out of all 4 series.
if we could re-edit, we'd have to put this bit in right now, and then just put that music over the top. My favorite in that program, I don't know if you guys remember, is Agron, played by Daniel Farugo. His last.
Trainer.
Huh?
Was he the trainer?
No,
No.
that was on Emmaus.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Agron was he started out in the first season. His brother was
He
killed.
was the tall guy that had the sort of Latino-looking boyfriend.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and at the end when he just wants to fight, so he puts the sword in the shield, like
Yeah,
it
'cause
blends
his
it
arm was
in.
massive, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, and I loved that
Yeah.
when he's like, look, like I'm not gonna go because they have a choice, don't they, just to leave or stay. And he's like, look, I'm not going. I'm gonna fight.
Yeah.
And he just
Yeah,
puts
yeah.
this thing through. I loved that. I tried to get Bex into that program, and that's just not. It's
I
not.
like it.
It's not her thing. So I can't even be mad. But I do want to go back and rewatch it at some point.
I think it's John Hamm's
Well, I wanted to,
best
but
role
it's
as well.
not on anything at the moment.
Is
Okay,
it not
Rob?
on Netflix anymore?
It's John Hamm's best role. I think it's also can't remember her name now, but basically the actress that played Xena. That was a good way of her coming back, and I loved her boobs.
John Hamm. John Hamm's not in that program.
Not John Hamm, because he's similar. John Hamm's similar to the other chappie. Who's John Hamm?
John Hamm is the guy from Mad Men. Really tall, handsome.
Who am I thinking of?
Right.
He's the bloke. I'm thinking of the bloke from Mummy. He's not called John, but he's a John, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a John, though, isn't he?
Lucy Lawless. Lucy Lawless is
Yeah.
Xena.
Yeah, and it was great to see.
I don't want to Google it.
Well, you might have to, because it looks bad.
Yeah. Right, I'm doing it.
John
Do
thing.
you know what?
John
The
McTavish.
thing,
No, I'm going to get myself in trouble just because he's Scottish.
John Hannah.
That's it. See, Han.
I'm gonna
That's what I meant to say.
Google. I'm gonna Google it anyway, just to make sure I'm right.
So show me a
um,
picture of the Han one. So I'm getting confused.
Okay. Right. Do you know what? Sorry, completely unrelated for a second. Do you remember Alithia, Viva Bianca?
Yeah.
When I started watching this program, the thing that got me into it was the first trailer. It was Andy Whitfield, and he's talking, and he literally you hear John Hannah. He says a line like, "What would you do to hold your wife again?" And he's like, "How many men would you kill?" That was the very first trailer, and I remember watching that, going, "Oh my god, this looks amazing!" Just that opening line, and then you see Andy Whitfield do his I'm Spartacus, and I thought, "Oh, okay, I'm 100% into this." So I put this program on. And I've got family around. I remember just thinking, because you don't even think about it. It's not that bad. Just put it on. And then within the first 2 minutes, Viva Bianca walks in and she's talking to her husband, and then she just drops the robe. And I remember being there. I just remember being there with my family around and just being like,
"Oh shit, I've got
yeah,
you're going shit. I've got tracky bottoms on."
yeah. How am I going to get out of here with an erection?
Also, Manu Bennett was in that, who was great. This is John Hamm. This is really great content.
Yeah.
Oh, he was going to be Batman at one stage, wasn't he?
Yeah, and I think this is the guy you're talking about, John Hannah.
Yes, that's him. Yeah, the one from
Yeah.
London.
Yeah.
It wasn't wrong. I was only wrong by a couple of letters. Ham and Ham.
Yeah, no, of course, no.
I'm the quiz. I know some things, but I just get 4 letters wrong.
We really got off topic.
Wasn't it? The house of Batty Arthurs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his
And
house.
then, because in the 3rd season, he's obviously dead, but Lucy Lawless is still alive. That messed me up. I'm just spoiling.
Yeah.
When Alithia gives birth, that whole episode, that is disgusting. I like, if you remember what happens there. Just
who was the blonde?
Maybe I blocked that out.
The blonde that what? Sorry.
Who was the blonde that she ended up throwing off the balcony?
Oh, she was lovely.
That was Alithia.
That was Alithia.
Oh no, she didn't throw her off the balcony. She had her baby and she threw herself off, and Alithia bled out because she obviously gave birth and then she cut the baby out of her.
Yeah, but who was
That
the
program
blonde?
was Alithia. Yeah.
So who was the redhead then? Batty Arthurs' wife.
Lucy Lawless. That was Lucretia.
Lucretia, yeah.
Yeah. Because that entire scene, that entire moment, that's really fucking dark. That is really dark. I forgot how bad that was. I will go back and watch that program. I thought it was on. Sorry?
Was that the beginning of Blood and Sands? When Gannica's story, when Andy was ill and they hadn't found Liam McIntyre to take over the role.
No, that was in season 3. After. Because I went out.
It went prequel, didn't it? Yeah, because obviously it's the baby.
Yeah. I went out and bought the first season, and then when I got back, they put it on Netflix, and I think it must have been taken off then.
I don't think it's on
that's
Netflix.
a shame.
Yeah.
That program's amazing. I actually did a review for that on my site.
Cost if you need it.
Sorry?
On Music Magpie, you might be able to find it. Quite good deal.
I might do, because I've got first season. I just need 2 to 3, I think. 2 to 4. I will get them at some point. Right.
I've got so lazy though. I've got so lazy. I just can't even be bothered to put a DVD in a DVD player anymore.
Yeah.
You can just,
you'd rather illegally download
type it in and go, watch that.
I don't illegally download stuff, by the way.
No.
Don't make anything in contact.
It's well out of order.
I believe in the power of film.
Anyway, I'll cut that bit out. I'll make it turn into a hiccup.
No. You've got to legally purchase any music, any film, TV, because the actors and actresses haven't got enough money, and they need to be paid, their royalties. That's why they're in the game.
I have heard that season 3 of The Mandalorian has been delayed because the Baby Yoda is now apparently not getting paid enough. So there is an issue there. It's a bit turned into. He's demanding a bigger trailer, more screen time.
I blame the. I blame the puppet master.
Yeah, just a proper diva apparently. Right, you guys keep talking. I'm going to grab beer.
Well, I was going to do.
You're going to do Rob quiz. Do it while Harry's not here, and I'll get a few points in.
So you're up for quiz, are you, Stu?
Yeah, I'm all right.
I'll do a Christmas one next week, I reckon, and then that take us right up to almost to the big day.
Yeah. I was just going to say I've stopped clearing up because the pub's open for takeaway now. We finished serving food at 8, and then I have all the clearing up and prep for the next day. But I've put all that on hold so we can get together for a beer.
Oh, I appreciate that, Stewie.
Harry's got his hammer out again.
Let's hang on.
Bit smaller this one. I always keep my big one close to hand because I think
Amazed at how you can lift that up, Harry.
I know I'm worthy.
Who popped?
I don't understand it either. To be fair, now what a great story on the news if anyone ever breaks in. And I've got Thor's hammer next to me.
Yeah.
Like, could have picked anything, but he ran at me with a hammer.
Yeah.
Yes.
A plastic one at that.
To be fair, that is solid. I wouldn't want to.
Oh, is it?
Even funny
Is
if
it
you
rubber?
trip over a plug socket and wire and put it out and all the sparks come out. And you can, and it
No.
at me as well.
It's completely solid. Completely. Like,
Metal.
Sounds follow though.
it's not metal, but it's super thick. I got it off a knife website.
It's a metal.
Wouldn't you love one made out of metal?
No.
Yeah, I would. Because I got it around the same time that I bought that.
Ah, yeah.
And I bought
Use that. That'd be more impressive.
yes, but because I got like a new steel at some point, like a little while back. So, but I also got the knife from Rambo. You know, that the 15-inch one,
Yeah.
big one. But
Yeah. I got the crocodile
that was about
Dundee one. It's better.
nah. Rambo would kick. Rambo
not
would
an
kick the shit out of
Yeah, no.
Crocodile Dundee.
In knife contests.
Yeah.
Only Crocodile Dundee would win.
Yeah, it was. I think it was like 20 or 30 quid. I can't really remember. But I just got a weird thing about. I don't know. Just keep buying
Not
dumb
as-
shit. That's why Bex is great because. Yeah, no, that's the catering thing though. Like ever since
Yeah.
working in kitchens, I just always want better knives.
Yeah. My
So, like-
my latest want is for a new air rifle. I'm gonna get a 2.2 air rifle.
You got one, haven't
Yeah, I got one. I got two. I got a pistol, which it's basically a BB gun at this point, and a air rifle with a scope. Yeah,
nice.
it's 22. It's really. We were shooting it today. Actually, it's really good. That's something
Is it accurate?
Yeah, well, not when I'm shooting it.
So did you
But-
get it off Ronnie Sunshines in the end, your one, Harry?
Sorry.
Did you get it off Ronnie Sunshine in the end, your one?
No, I got it from Platoon Stores in Rochester.
Oh, did you? Oh, luckily.
Yeah. So like, but it's just because obviously I've got the bow, but I can't really fire that at the moment because there's lack of space. Yeah. So and I got a new bow.
Don't want to miss the boss and end up going like through 7 neighbours' back gardens,
To be
killing old
honest,
Ethel at the end of the road.
In my case, it's not me that's got a problem. It's Pete's got the problem with that.
yeah. To be honest, it's not even the boss I'm worried about. It's I'm trying to get the neighbours' cats for for food and stuff like that. And with an air rifle, you can get every cat as soon as they buy a new one. Just get it.
Oh. Well, when I get an air rifle, I'll be hunting lots of Harrys for shooting cats.
Just for the record, I don't shoot cats.
Well, don't tell everyone.
No,
Cats.
I don't condone cruelty to animals at all.
Not
and
in the
talking of-
slightest.
Talking of cats, the old thingy's passed away now.
Yeah.
My ginger cat.
Yeah, I heard about that. What
Wasn't
happened?
Exactly a year after Lucat, wasn't it?
Exactly a year after Lula, Lula got run over, unfortunately. But Bingy got ill, and we took him to the vets, and he had got poisoning. But you can cast, doubt and say, someone's poisoned him. But I said to Gemma, he about 5 days before he passed away, I saw him eating a mouse out in our car park, and you know, maybe that mouse has been eating like a bait or something, and he's poisoning himself, like secondary poisoning by ingesting the mouse. So, you know, his own fault. But yeah, a bit gutted, but that's what happens. He was 10 years old, so you know, got quite a few years out of him.
I had a little drink of whiskey the other day, Stewie, in the little glass you bought me from when I looked after your cats.
Yeah.
To Bing and Lou and that. And, yeah.
Nice.
He was so affectionate cat. He was a lovely cat. And I still remember that Christmas when I was at 4 years ago, whatever. And he slept next to me. And then I woke up and I thought I'd squished him in the bed. And I picked him up and going, oh fuck, I've come to Stuart's cat. Fucking hell. And I'm actually shaking him and he's dead. and all of a sudden he went, where? Just got up.
All of a sudden he went, take the fucking off me.
Well, I've never been so scared in my life then. Because he wants to be close and he wanted a hug and have a dribble.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's probably payback because he used to, when I used to babysit, he used to jump off of. He used. I was a scratch mat. Like I'd be asleep on the sofa and he'd get on the highest ledge that he could find, and he'd be like claws out, middle of the night, and he'd just launch and just latch onto me. And I'm pretty certain I probably threw him at some point out of fear or panic. But that cat, he didn't. Cats don't like me anyway. Yeah. Like when growing up, my sister.
Little, but you got the name Harry.
Yeah, growing up, my sister went through more cats than Lisa Simpson, and they would just all attack me. Like I would just go into the kitchen and you'd get fucking latched onto. And like, that's why I like dogs. They don't attack me.
Not all of them.
Right, do you want a quiz?
Yeah, let's do one.
Oh,
I'm gonna go and get myself a wet, go and relieve myself, and I'll be back for a quiz. Right, get yourself.
Yeah, Rob. Pause the recording a moment because I'm going to as well. So
I'll do that now.
Okay, are you going to get yourself a beer?
Right, recording pause.
Yeah, I'll do. Yeah, earlier because I said, "Oh, we're going to have a cock out in every episode," then, and no one acknowledged it apart from Bex. I was like, because
she's up for that. But then she probably thought there's a cock in every episode anyway.
Well, the social pub's clearly called to cock in, isn't it? Really.
So,
and hanging about.
As an idea for the next challenge, I bought this, which is from Hot. Have you ever watched Hot Ones?
No.
No, Hot Ones is where Sean Evans he asks celebrities questions whilst eating intensely more chicken wings each.
Oh yeah.
So basically, as I'm doing the quiz, that you're gonna. I'm gonna announce I'm wrong, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm going to inject it. I'm going to mainline it straight into my neck.
Okay, cool.
I think that's the main reason why Chapo is not taking part this evening, because he bought some as well, because we were going to do this challenge. And he tried it. And he said it is unreal. I
didn't try it because I was going to so I wanted a genuine reaction whilst we were filming. Bex tried it, who is infinitely better with spice than I am, and you saw the reaction when I sent you the video.
You need to attach the video to this, please.
No, I'm not going to do that.
I ask you to put it in. Absolutely not.
No, I'm not putting it in.
The best bit was Becca when she just went, "Can you get me some milk, please?" I was like, "Oh, that has got to be hot if she's begging for the milk."
Yeah.
Becca doing the quiz tonight, Harry.
Bex, you doing the quiz? We've got plenty. If you want to join in.
No pressure.
Because we don't have two sets of. We are unable to put two mics.
That's right. So, got all questions I don't use today. I can always recycle for next week.
If I get every question wrong, I will neck the entire bottle in one.
No, you won't.
Yeah, man.
I ain't taking you to A&E.
Also,
Beck said she should not take you to A&E, which she meant you're not shitting the bed.
Yeah. So Bex's sister knitted this as well. Crochet, sorry. there a difference?
Yeah.
We'll talk about this later.
You knitted it. Oh, that's cute.
Which is
Wow. That's
like
And then you
Is-
stole it.
really
That's impressive.
pretty much. I saw it and I was like, "That's mine," and I kicked her a little bit and took it. No, I just thought that was really cool because it is insane how she did that with some needles and I imagine thread probably. I don't know how to crochet. So.
One needle and some wool.
Is that that's literally? I don't know, but it is cool. So I thought I'd show that because
Yeah.
you know. Right, should we do this?
I've got your pen and paper. All I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down in terms of what we did before, as there's only 2 of you. So I'd break it down into 4 questions on the music and everything. You just pick off what you need to.
Yeah,
That makes
yeah.
sense.
So we are keeping the music round, yeah.
I'm going to do again what I did last week and do it in the read your name off the top from the window. And Becca with Harry's face. You are the number 1 person. And then Stuart's number 2.
Rightio.
Right. So
Me and you, mate.
number
let's
between
do
1 and
this.
12, Harry man.
12, please.
Number 12. In 1882, who narrowly escaped an assassination attempt in Windsor?
King George.
Stewie? I can repeat it if you want.
And, in 1882, who narrowly escaped an assassination attempt?
Ah,
1882.
photographic memory.
Eh?
Photographic memory.
Oh, I'm going to have to go with King Edward.
Incorrect. Right, Stewie,
Right.
your turn. I won't tell you the answer.
Who
'Cause
was
I might recycle it. No, I will. I will.
Oh.
Tell. It's actually Queen Victoria.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I knew that.
And I will
Right then.
I will give you the bonus answer as well. The bonus question as well. Obviously, you won't get points for it. But Queen Victoria basically was the one that survived. How many assassination attempts do you think she survived? Obviously, not for a point.
This was in the episode of Doctor Who, wasn't it?
I don't know. That was a werewolf.
Yeah, no, but they talk about how many assassination attempts she survived.
All right.
6?
It was actually 8, Harry, but good guess.
Oh,
Yeah, so all right, I'll cross
Right.
that one out for next time.
right. I'm going to go for question number 7.
So, who played the Sheriff of Nottingham in the film Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves?
I can see him as well, but I don't know his name. Go on, Harry.
It's oh fuck! I nearly said Rick Moranis. It's he played Hans Gruber,
Yes,
didn't he?
yes, he
Yeah,
did.
it's
Yeah.
Snape. It's oh no! Can I get the point for that?
What's your answer, Harry?
Hang on. Sorry, hang on. Alan Rickman.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the bonus question: what Christmas film did he play a terrorist?
Die Hard.
Correct.
Come on. Do I
Come
get-
on.
Do I get a point for that?
You've got a whole
Yeah.
3 points because you get 2 for the
Oh.
bonus and 1 for the main one.
Oh, yes.
I'll still
I-
strike through that. Right, Harry, it's your go.
Yeah, go on. Bring it on. Oh, you want a number, don't you?
Of course I do.
Oh, 1.
Number 1. Which direction should you stir mincemeat for good luck, clockwise or anti-clockwise, in terms of
Clockwise.
Yeah, that is correct, Harry. Your bonus question is: which spirit is traditionally added to butter served with Christmas pudding?
Rum.
Incorrect. Stuart?
Brandy.
Correct. You got 2 points for that, Stuart.
I was a chef. Oh.
Well, that's why you got the first one. That's what I'm impressed with that.
Yeah, I used to be a chef. Oh, what?
Just
Right,
get the
number
outfit.
2, please.
Sorry, what number, Stu?
Number 2, please.
Number 2, in a hospital, what does the initials ENT stand for?
ENT. No, I don't know.
Harry?
Emergency medical technician.
How'd you get medical out of N? It's ears
N.
and throat.
Oh, N. Oh,
Oh,
ENT.
Yeah. Okay. And the
Yeah.
bonus on that one was also in the hospital. What does H and N stand for? And that's head and neck.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry that Stu get picked from crap ones. Right. The next one is we're doing a picture round. But did you want the scores first?
No, that's all good. I'm good.
Harry won that one.
For that round. Yeah, I think so. Well, it's only 4
If it's
That's easy. I just don't have to do that.
if it's a picture round on Chris Hemsworth torso, I think we know I've already got this.
You can tell by the tip.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me find my stock. So, Harry, give
Hold
me a
I'm
number
gonna,
between 1 and
gonna
12.
11, please.
I need you to identify this image that's going to come up on my screen.
I need you to identify these remains. Bring it on.
Nice. Here we go.
go.
Oh, can you see it? It's all back to front, but imagine that the other way around.
Ah,
Okay. Yeah. What
Where
am I
is
looking for?
Where is that in Kent?
Hungerford. Oh, Hungerford. There was a.
Don't
there
read
was
the
a.
shop names and start presuming you know where it is.
Is it? Oh no, Bristol.
Stuart?
Bristol.
I,
Bristol
I
Where is
don't-
it in Kent? There's definitely not another county in Kent.
I don't.
I did say it's back to front because how the thing does it. Stuart, where's that?
Is it in Hungerford?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
It's Tunbridge Wells.
Ah.
Right, Stuart, number between 1 and 12.
7.
7. Now, where's that?
Gillingham.
Is that your final answer?
Oh no. Looks like a coastal town now. Oh, is it in Kent?
Well, everything's in Kent, yeah.
Right, Margate.
Incorrect, Harry?
Um. Bristol.
Pete, do you know where that is?
That's not Herne Bay, is
It
it?
is Herne Bay, yes. It's Herne Bay.
One of these times, Bristol will be right.
No, not if it's in
No,
Kent.
it's in Kent.
All the towns are in
Unless there's
Kent, Harry.
a scantily clad woman with a couple of Bristols out, you're not going to get it right. Right, Harry, number between 1 and 12, obviously not picking the ones you've already picked.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4. You should be able to get this one. Now, there's number 5. It's back to front and slightly off, but where's that? So far, all I'm going to say is everyone needs to go out a bit more.
Is that Deal?
You're in lockdown. Incorrect, Stewie.
Hmm.
Do you know where this is?
I can't hear, can I?
No, you can see it.
I'm there. Look, wait.
I would have said Deal as well.
Yeah. No, it looks like Deal.
Addison.
Let me know where it is.
Sorry, did you say something, Stu?
It's Faversham.
It is Faversham, Stewie. Correct.
Way.
Right, Stewie's go.
Bonus question. Bonus question. Oh. Number 1, please.
Number 1 is this one. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong button. There we are. Number 1.
Oh. I got it.
I bet you haven't.
Talk again.
Sorry?
Yeah. Keep talking, Rob. I'm looking at the picture. Oh, God. Leatherhead.
Incorrect. Harry?
Is it Maidstone?
No.
Gravesend?
No.
Oh.
It is Ashford.
Ashford. I've never been to Ashford town.
That looks quite nice. I've been there. Don't recommend moving there, but
If I can help it, I don't go outside.
no,
Yeah.
it's all right. It's quite a clever one. It's one of those ones where things sort of converge in the middle.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, that's the end of the picture round. We'll save some of these for another day, as long as I remember which ones we have and haven't used. Right, music. Stewie, I'm going to do a test to see if you can hear the music, because I'm using the speaker behind me as an alternative. Oh, got to switch it on again. So I was wondering if my music was too loud last time, and then it was sort of like so bassy, tinny, whatever, and it was putting your phone out of sync and that. So bear with me, so I'll set this up.
This is great content, by the way.
Oh yeah, I did it this bit out, don't you worry.
Edit. I was saying to Robin, Harry, we need to use some editing software so that when something funny is said, the old face like does get effect.
I think I don't know how to edit. If you can edit me and make me look like Chris Hemsworth, that'd be lovely.
I should be submitting my project on Monday, Harry. So I could probably do one next week. I must admit, after battling with it for 3 months, I might not want to do it, but yeah, it won't be a problem doing editing. But I'm actually looking forward to it, to be honest. Right, can you hear this all right, Stu?
Yeah.
Right. Good news is we're not using that song. Right, number. Whose goes it now? It's Harry's go again. Number between 1 and 12, Harry. Number 1. Who is the artist of this song?
I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. He'd let us in, knows where we're.
Who's that, Harry?
Is it the Beach Boys?
Stewie?
Oh God. No, I haven't got a clue.
It's the Beatles.
Shit. I was going to say the Beatles as well.
Right, if you lose by 1 point, Stu, you know what the problem is. Right, Stu, your turn.
Number 2, please.
Number 2. Who's that, Stu?
Is it the Eagles?
Harry? Is that a police car outside, Stu?
Yep. Justin Timberlake? I don't know.
No.
No, the 1975.
No, incorrect. It is the Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh, no. It's one of them songs that you hear all the time.
And you don't know who did it? Yeah.
No.
That's why I got it, because I was going, who did that?
Yeah.
Right, Harry, what number?
What's left, please?
Well, anything beyond
3 to
3,
12.
beyondwards, isn't it, really?
12.
12.
Yeah.
The world is spinning too fast. I find that I issues to pull myself together. The days I try to lose. Oh yeah, mama.
Who's that, Harry?
Is that the Gorillas?
Correct.
Yeah. I knew that one as well, so I want a point.
When I heard the music, I thought before the singing, I thought Red Hot Chili Peppers because it had that
No.
sort of.
Straight away.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. But yeah,
As soon as
then
it was
Gorillas.
that bab,
He just went,
bab,
bab, bab,
bab,
bab,
bab,
that's
bab.
it.
I was like, that's the Gorillas straight away.
I've heard probably one of their songs.
Was that it?
Harry should lose a point for thinking that was the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I'm going to be honest. I listen to Eminem, Tim McGraw, and Nickelback. That's my entire music playlist. I'm really trying to get a little bit more
You're
diverse.
still alive. You're still alive.
Yeah, I know.
Harry, number between
11, please.
11. Sorry?
11.
11. Right.
Yes, please.
If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me.
Harry, do you know who it is?
Ooh, no, baby, please don't go.
Stu?
Fuck. Harry, do you know who it is?
I'm going to be 100% honest. The only reason I know this song is Shaun of the Dead.
Go on.
But no, I don't know who it is. I just remember the scene where this starts playing and it goes, "It's on random." Like, oh, fucking love that. I love that film so much.
Oh, so you weren't actually laughing that you knew the answer. Right, okay. That explains
No, I
it.
know because it's like I've heard this. So I've watched that film probably 100 times, so I've heard this part of the song. I don't know who it
Yeah.
is.
So you don't know.
No.
It's Chicago.
No.
Oh fuck! I just
Garfunkel.
Chicago and Garfunkel.
Simon and Garfunkel.
No, Chicago.
No. Oh, it's that's what I said. It must
tell
be
you
the
what, though.
microphone.
what we should do next week is we should
Blankety
review.
Do blankety blanket. It's Christmas.
No, we. Oh, okay. And Shaun of the Dead at some point because that film is fantastic.
Yeah.
Completely
Yeah,
unrelated.
I've got a very small issue with Shaun of the Dead, and I have seen it probably 2 or 3 times. Is
Yeah.
the scene in the bar when he has to kill his mum. I really, really don't agree with that scene.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
I was
but
like watching it. It goes so funny, and like the whole film's like yeah, and then they hit that scene, and it completely changes like the whole film, and it's like.
Do you think
Yeah.
that's
And then they get
why,
past that scene, and it's,
Simon Pegg got
Hey?
to Hollywood though? Do you think that's how Simon
Yeah.
Pegg got to Hollywood because of the fact that he's got such a range? He can be funny one
yeah.
minute.
but the
You get
the
to
reason
that
I
and
think the reason I think that hits so hard as well is I've met your mum. Your mum's infinitely likable. So, like not that I love my mum to bits. Don't get me wrong, but
But you don't.
like it would be much harder for me to shoot your mum than mine. Is what I'm saying. So
Ow.
I know
Sorry,
Your mum was
sorry,
considerate
Emma.
enough
If
to
you're
break some
watching,
shelf.
if you've made it this far into the podcast. Should we-
Oi, Harry, we won't even go there with your detailed plan. If there's a zombie apocalypse, who you're going to kill first?
Okay. Yeah. We leave that for another day. We just. Okay. Right. Next question, please, Rob. Next question.
Well, that's it. That's quiz done, mate. So,
Oh, is it?
Scores
Yes.
Oh, Harry
yeah.
won.
Go for it.
Harry won.
in first place is Harry. He got 5 points, and in second place, and not last though. I will point out you come second, Stu. You got 3 points. So
Three.
there's only 2 points in it.
Rob, sorry.
So if you
Can
had the
you-
big tools,
Can Can you edit out me dabbing, please? I'd really appreciate that.
I'm not doing the editing this week. You'll do it.
Oh,
Edit,
Alright.
edit out the fact that Harry's using 2 microphones.
yeah, it's not my proudest of moments, but to be fair, it's probably better that I've got this set up rather than like this setup and go for like an old school karaoke sort of thing.
Oh, I like the sound of your voice in that one, though.
Yeah.
Good evening. You're listening to the Social Distance In with me, Harry Ritter.
Oh, I've creamed my knickers.
Welcome to the midnight hour,
You
where we
sound
chat
like
shit and
you're doing
we
something
discuss how
like
I would kill my mum in an apocalypse. Stay tuned.
Present it to the zombies.
Yeah,
just need
no.
You need a little cigarette, and you need to go. Nice.
I wish I had that sort of that smooth voice. So you could be like, you know, like where you could be like, "Welcome to the smooth late night hour."
Well,
You
you
could
do.
really go for it. But mine doesn't sound as smooth. Mine sounds like I went through most of puberty and stopped at like 60%. So I sort of hit a
Error
roadblock,
loading.
which I think is what happened to. I think that's what happened to my height.
I was going to say, I was hoping you picked this question, this picture earlier, Harry, by the way. So, as your question. Where's that? It's reversed.
Chatham High Street.
Yeah.
That is Chatham High Street.
Yeah.
Is that Chatham?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That looks rough, even for Chatham.
yeah. And is that Creams on the left-hand side there?
I think it's all flipped around the other way, but I don't know entirely. It could be. No,
It
Creams
looks
is
like
up.
one of those dessert restaurants.
That's bum.
Hey, Pete's Bum.
It's Piggy.
Miss Piggy.
Here's my Rivendell gun. Chatham's really distorted me. Right, yeah. Back to Rivendell.
I decided to leave my background au naturel.
Because you've got a good background there.
Yeah. We've got the old fireplace. I think the fire's just about going out now, but yeah, this is the real pub.
Me and Bex, we were talking about your turkey sliders or turkey burgers.
Yeah, the turkey slider. Yeah.
Are you still going to have them next week?
Yeah. We're doing them all the while we're on tier 3, takeaway only. Turkey sliders. Our full menu's available on our website, horseshoeandcastle.com. But
So if we do
So
ease off in a couple of weeks or from the 16th, I know it sounds a bit weird, but it's a bit much for the hospitality trade to open up for Christmas week just for 1 week when they've probably worked harder than anyone else because of the stress and strains and everything. So I take it you wouldn't be doing Christmas dinners and things like that. You'd just be trying to do whatever.
We've been discussing this because you've got the knock-on effect of being closed for so long, where the pubs aren't needing to order beer and stuff like that. The breweries aren't producing as much. We've had notifications from breweries saying, that there's going to be a hold on certain products and all that. And for Christmas orders, we haven't had any bookings now. We had some at the beginning of the month, but now because there's so much uncertainty, no one's making any plans or paying deposits or anything like that, just in case we are kept closed, which I do think we will be. So, it's one of them things. We're going to open, we're going to offer a decent menu still, but I don't think we'll be doing like the set like Christmas dinner menu. There's a lot of ingredients to get in, a lot of time just for the 1 week, or not even a whole week, is it? Because
that's it.
We're only open for a couple of hours.
One of the things me and Rob have been talking about for the last 2 or 3 years is getting back together for a Christmas meal. Because we used to do that where we would, obviously it'd be all of us and we'd have a nice meal and probably too much to drink and it was always such a thing to look forward to.
Yeah.
And it would be nice to get back to doing something like that. And I would love to do one of these podcasts in person where we can sit around a table and, do
Yeah,
that,
that'd be
because I
nice.
think we all bounce off each other so much better when we're not looking at a screen, you know, like, and we can like,
And
so when we,
sitting exactly where he was sitting, and he was having his dinner.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
depends on
literally,
how far out of the tiers we are. If we're all, if the vaccine works and we're all allowed to sit next to each other, we can all sit at a bar and have a nice pint and a proper tinware rather than
Until the next virus they invent.
and then in
I don't know if it's invented.
in true Christmas spirit, we can hog tie Chapo, and
We love
you
that.
know, wrap him up and put
Fleshlight.
him under the fire. Yeah, it'd be lovely. It'd be a laugh. All have our way with him, Christmas. It'd be nice when we can eventually do something together. It will be great, because I think this will be a completely different thing, Like,
Yeah.
also, I did write down my own quiz as well, because I was fully prepared
But Chapo's not here, so it doesn't matter.
for the sauce. I know, what a bastard. To be fair, I'm a little bit grateful because I smelled that sauce and I contemplated pouring it away and putting tomato sauce in there, and making it look like.
No. Have you broke? You have broke the seal, haven't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I broke the seal.
Like that crazy geezer that downs bottles of Absolute vodka, and he shows that it's not water by cracking the seal. That's what we should have done.
Yeah, another thing you can do, Harry, is rather than neck it, drink it, put it on a chip or anything, just get a little tip, dip it in, and then whack it on your jab side.
No. Oh,
It
actually,
immediately makes this over 18 though.
yeah. I was
Your old
actually
boy
I was going to talk about this because
You've done it before.
I've had a bit of an issue recently. So, have you seen that meme that's from The Godfather where it's like, look how they massacred my boy? Have you seen that meme?
Don't think so.
So it's a scene from Godfather, but they put it in different things. So the other day, have either of you guys ever fettled? Which sounds like something disgusting from that dictionary. So
What the?
So basically, fettling is essentially you've got like a grinder, but you have to shave off metal. So when you've got like a gate and the metal's all wrecked, but when you fuck that up, it kicks, so it'll fire back, and I've got a jumper that it tore through from where it kicked, and it just ripped through my jumper, and it got stuck in the lining.
Yeah.
So
you're lucky.
You're lucky. Yeah. This is going to seem really bad, but I've got cuts all along my finger from where it's been kicking, and I've just completely torn up bits of flesh. Well, the other day,
You've not got a handle.
It's got a handle, but you have
handle
some chain
on your grinder as well.
Yeah, but when it kicks, we don't have the guard for whatever reason, because apparently it's better without a guard. I'm not going to start really dissing the company I work for online, but
definitely don't name them.
No. So what you have to do is you have to hold it, and essentially, and when it kicks, you can't control it. So the other day it kicked, and it kicked and went under and completely annihilated my boys. Is where I was going with that. Like literally, like full on destroyed. Like it just like just completely.
How come you're not speaking high pitch?
I did for the first 2 days. No, I've had it twice recently where every time something goes wrong, I'm on camera. So someone cut a window frame down and they didn't catch it. So it literally it came straight down, hit one, hit the other, hit my leg, and I was dead on camera. And the other day it happened again where it was fettling and it just completely just kicked back, and I was out of commission for about half hour where I just went nope.
You've got to be careful. You saw
Yeah.
the video that Chapo shared with us with the geezer that gets caught in the industrial lathe.
Mm. Yeah.
Like serious
My-
accidents happen like
Mine hurt more.
that. Yeah, he didn't really know what was happening, did he?
No, I imagine he had a moment where it was like, at this
Ow.
point, John, at this point in time, John knew he'd fucked up, and then clap, and just gone. But
Oh.
I'm waiting for like the Christmas party where they bring out a DVD, and it's just me getting fucked up at work because I keep
You're getting
just
smacked in the nuts by various power
Just-
tools.
just all over. But the first time, it was a big old window frame. Just cut it down
Yeah.
and just like naturally, if I cut something down, I'd hold it, cut it down, just let it go, and just like there was just a moment where I'd be like, "Are you okay?" No, I'm waiting for that thing where it does come through because that was bad.
Yeah.
I can't remember how we got onto this, but shit, it's funny anyway.
Industrial accidents.
Yeah, they're hilarious when they're on camera.
I nearly cut my arm off with a grinder once. Yeah.
How?
With Matt.
Lucky. It was quite retarded because I had a 5-inch grinder with a 9-inch carburetor disc in it, and I was shaving tiles down by a millimetre because they were slightly too big, and I had the tiles stacked behind the grinder, and just because I had 2,000 to do, I kind of was just in a zone, not really thinking about it, and just reached over the grinder while it was on full pelt and tapped my arm just on the blade. And I was like, oh, that felt warm. And then looked down and my arm's bleeding. And I was kind of lucky that it hadn't gone through any arteries. Yeah. And I thought to myself, yeah, that was silly. I'm going to stop doing this now.
It does make me laugh how so used to certain things you get. I remember I've got a scar. I don't know if you'll remember this one, Stu, on that finger there that goes under the nail. No,
Yeah.
do you remember what happened?
Remind me.
It was literally the first like month of me working for you, and we were talking, and I was like, "Yeah, no, I've got this," and I went straight under the nail, and I put it up, and the nail was just.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And I remember you going, "Quick, put lemon juice in it," and
it's antibacterial. Lemon juice will kill the bacteria.
It's true.
Yeah.
But you're still
yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, it just there was a moment because I remember showing my mum, being like, "Quick, like not quick, but look at this,"
what about
and
you?
she's like,
You show her that.
"Oh,
Oh.
again, sorry, mum." I'm so glad that she's got no interest in what I'm doing as a person. Like, just none at all. She's like, "I don't give a fuck. I raised you to a point. You're out. Send me off into the world," and she's fine. Because if she watches, she'll be like, "He's a bit of a prick, isn't he?"
She probably knows that. She knows that.
Yeah,
already.
probably. Oh, yeah, because we got to talk. Me and my mum, we got to talking recently about like a number of things, and she turned around and she basically said the reason she thought I was so into sports as a youngster.
Because you're a batter.
Because you like going in changing rooms and seeing needy boys, yeah?
No, exactly. She turned around. She went, "The reason I thought you were so into sports as a youngster is because I thought you wanted to be up against men." She thought the reason I was into rugby, martial arts, boxing is because I just wanted to rub up against other guys. Now, there is a number of things. No, there is so much that's wrong with that. Basically, for the last 14 years, my mum's thought I was a pervert. It's essentially where we're at. Because it's one thing if you're straight, gay, or bi, and you put your sexuality to the side. But if you take that into another context and you, like jiu-jitsu, I fell in love with that. I don't do that so that I can be close to other sweaty guys. That's not the reason I took that up. But I found that out recently, and judging from Bex's giggling, yeah, it wasn't the greatest thing that I learned about my mum. I was a little bit, I had to sort of explain. I was like, no, I still do all that stuff, and it's not because it doesn't matter anyway. It's funny.
Yeah. You love
Yeah.
you love the sauna at the gym though, don't you?
I do love the sauna at the gym. No,
Especially the
I
tea.
do. No, I don't. I've got an issue with that though, because I love the sauna, and a biggest. Sorry.
What's that?
Ooh.
What have you got an issue with?
Right. So my issue is, Joe. I'm gonna just say his name because he's never gonna see this. Is a guy called Roger the Todger, right? Roger's about 60 years old and has no problems with nudity, which I'm fine with. I lost my care when I saw a guy walking around the gym on the phone with the biggest swinging dick I've ever seen, right? And he's walking around and he's got one leg up at one point and no one says a thing. There's a guy that sat there getting changed and he puts his leg up next to him and he literally just sat there like that, right? But this Roger, he...
Cock resting against his forehead.
This Roger, I was in the sauna before all this COVID lockdown, and he comes in, and he's the only person that does this. He freeballed it. So he walked in, took off the towel, threw it, and he nearly sat on my foot. That's where my issue is, where it's like, you've got to sort of, there's a bit of a, you've got to pre-warn me.
I bet you nearly came.
Right. But something happened a little while after that where I had to sort of readjust and reevaluate, because I was getting the stuff out of my locker and I was on my knees, right? Sounds a lot worse than it is. I was bent down trying to get stuff. Roger is there in a towel, right? His locker is above mine. And he
your ear.
he whipped the towel off in front of my face and didn't say anything. So I'm getting my stuff from my locker and I look up because something's just gone like that, and it's this 60-year-old guy's swinging balls. And you've got to get to a point where you're like, if you're going to freeball it in front of someone, you need to pre-warn them. You need to explain.
No, next time he does it, just flick him on the nut really hard.
Yeah.
He won't come near you again. Yeah, unless he likes that.
Backstrokes, not touching a cock or anything.
Yeah.
Just getting them out.
Just look up at him and go, "What's the capital of Thailand?" When he goes, "What?" Bangkok.
Yeah, I looked up at him and I went, "This reminds me of Sunday school." And then
I don't know what you say.
oh yeah, that's my issue with the gym. I think there's a level where you're like, you have to pre-warn someone. You can't just go balls out. You've got to, like, you know, I don't know.
Virtually teabagging you, and he hadn't even bought you a drink.
No, if he was that other guy, it would have hit me in the chin. I'm going to be honest.
Is this
Like,
the bit that you say to us that you basically you were nude as well, and he thought he had a chance?
yeah, and then I slipped and he slipped and we ended up entangled and it became a real thing.
Oh, no.
I knew you were a puppet, Harry.
You better not follow me into the sauna.
That's probably the biggest thing that I miss about all of this thing, other than being able to actually go to the pub or, you know, just sort of interact with other people that aren't at work, is the sauna. Like being like that sort of thing at the gym. I used to love that.
Yeah.
That was sort of because
Amazing.
it's a moment where you get to relax and sort of forget about old man swinging balls and all other kinds of stuff.
Did you ever try and fall asleep in the sauna? Or have you ever fallen asleep in the sauna? Because I used to lay in the sauna for about 45 minutes and really try and go to sleep because it's so nice in there, but your body just don't let you go to sleep.
No, I got into a habit of, I would do 15 to 20 minutes, then I'd have an ice shower for 2 minutes, then I'd go back in the sauna. I can't do 45 minutes straight. I'm not that brave. So I would do
the long one straight off and then and then the cold showers. Yeah,
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 But-
like, you know, and then go in and out in 15-minute bursts.
yeah. But that
Good for your heart
that
rate.
like, yeah, that whole thing is fantastic. One of my favourite things as well is any sauna that you go into, and if you talk to another guy that doesn't want to sit on you, they they will generally. I was talking the amount of people I've been talking to, and they talk about the benefits of the sauna, and yeah, this is really good. This is really good. This is really good. I saw it on a documentary, and you could just as soon as they say that, go, "You watch a Joe Rogan podcast," and they go, yeah, I saw it on that. You're like, yeah, that's 100% why I'm doing the same thing, because they do. He talks so intensely about the benefits. So many people watch that. The amount of people that they try and play it off really cool. Like, yeah, no, I was watching a documentary online, and you're like, no, we will.
Documentary. Yeah.
No, we were watching the same thing, like 100%.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I do miss that. I miss my, like, I would have these days where if I've got a day off, I'd go gym, sauna, tan in bed, don't say nothing, and pale. And then, I know, then like, it's
The
sort of like
reverse tanning bed.
yeah, it's sort of like essentially like not a grooming day, but a day where you can go out and sort of do all these things and sort of like look after yourself, if that makes sense.
Come out feeling proper fresh.
Yeah, but the reason for the
grooming day, mate.
yeah the reason for the tanning beds though is because, do you remember when I was competing? Did you ever see the promotional pictures that we had to do?
Yeah.
So you would have to stand between these two tanned, beautiful ladies. Not as beautiful as my fiance, obviously. And I saw one of the photos of me stood in between these two tanned models, and I was like this, just pale and so uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable that I apologised to them. I was like, I'm really sorry.
Really sorry.
like-
Hard on.
I was like, I'm so sorry.
Put tracky bottoms on.
Yeah, I was like, this has never happened before. And I sort of, the day before my first fight with semi-pro, I went out, laid in the garden. I laid in the garden. I was like, I'm just going to get a slight tan just so that I don't feel as bad. And then by the time the fight came up, I was red from sunburn, like completely sunburn. So I just got into a habit of like once a week doing like 3 minutes or 6 minutes just to sort of not be so bad. Because when I got hit, especially in the chest or body, it was like slapping sunburn. And that was worse than anything else. Like the nerves building up to it or anything like that. It's so vicious that I didn't want to do that again.
Yeah.
On that subject, Harry, now get that chili sauce and put it on your jab side. And see if it's worse than that sunburn.
Okay.
It's on. Actually, looking at the size of the neck on that bottle, you should be able to dip your whole cock in it.
Twice.
Folded.
I'm so scared to try this, which is weird though, because this is habanero and I've got Carolina Reaper downstairs, and this scares me more than that.
Well, habanero, the other name for habanero is Scotch bonnet. And they used to be one, well, they still are one of the hottest chilies.
135,000 Scoville units.
Yeah. I don't understand, like, the Scoville scale as such, because there's so many variations. Like, you know, they'll say, jalapenos are on the lowest end of the scale, the Scoville scale, with only 1 million units. And then you've got, like, ghost chilies that are 40 million. And then other times you see, like, a really hot chili and they're like, oh, it's 130,000 on the Scoville scale. So
well,
I kind of wonder if it's all a bit made up.
I think it's on opinion. I think jalapenos are about 1,000, habaneros 100,000, Carolina Reapers 2 million. 2.2 million is the highest.
Yeah.
So I'm not really too sure on. I think it is opinion because I don't think there's a way of really
Maybe
tested it.
there's no law. Yeah, there's no law in saying, oh, you can't say that about that chili
I
sauce.
sometimes find the bird's eye ones do me more than any of the others.
Yeah,
Especially,
but me,
Yeah,
especially when you have it like a Harrowly chicken or a garlic chili chicken or something like that.
yeah. They're little green ones. They've got a right kick to them, haven't they?
Little buggers. They can be worse
The-
than kids.
the little bird eye ones, they're from like Aldi do them. Have you seen them? They're super thin.
Yeah.
They're like they're amazing. They've got like proper fire to them, but they're like they're not too bad. Me and Bex, we did a video for with my cousin. We did Shaking the Magician. It was the chili reaction. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
We
Oh,
I lined I lined.
I'm joking, Harry.
I bought the chilies and I lined them up in order of colour, like brightest to darkest. And I didn't realise that actually the lightest are the spiciest and the darkest are the mildest. So we started with the second hottest chili on the planet before the Reaper. And my cousin went outside and threw up. Shane cried. I cried a little bit. I laid there for a while with my mouth under the sink, just letting the water run in, and the burning just did not go.
You put your mouth under the sink?
Like under the tap, like under
the tea bag.
Yeah, like
Jesus
literally
Christ.
one of the worst things I've ever experienced in my life. Like really, really bad. So I'm fully prepared for this, but I am a bit scared at the same time.
Hey, Robin, you remember when we come back? Admittedly, the day was very hazy for me.
County show.
When we went to the county show, and I come back with that ghost chili chocolate,
Lee.
and Lee ate the whole ghost chili. I was like, yeah, have a bite of that, and he went like that, crunch, and he took the whole ghost chili off the top of the chocolate, sat there, chewed it up, right, and ate it. Didn't spit it out. But then he just went silent for a good hour.
Yeah.
He sat at the end of the bar just smiling at everyone. And then the next day or day after, we got talking to him, and he said he basically sat there and he was convinced he was dying. He said he's never felt pain like it. And he was all he could do was smile at people. He didn't even take a drink, anything.
Wait,
that was mad.
Which one's Lee?
Lee
Is he
went to
the big?
Yeah. No, not really, really tall.
No, that is
That's his brother, isn't it? Soon. Yeah.
Was Lee the bouncer?
No, you're thinking of my mate Lee, Stubby.
Yeah, the guy that dressed as Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not him. No, Rob's mate Lee. Yeah.
The one that
that
one that the lot. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a bit of animosity there.
Yeah, there's a little bit. There's like a really mild amount. To be fair,
you can say it would have worked anyway because she was a lizard, isn't she?
yes, yeah, she was. Yeah,
Ah.
maybe. I don't really know. We haven't spoken in a while, for obvious reasons.
You ain't got it.
I did at some point, but no, they're gone now. Right. So to wrap this up before we do finish, because we're hitting the 3-hour mark.
Out of interest, Harry, what year was that? Because that was the last time you come for Christmas dinner, then, wasn't it?
2015, 2016.
Crikey, it's 4 or 5 years ago.
Because I was 90 kilos. Do you remember? Because that was the year the photo was taken. That made me sort of. Sorry.
That's supposed to be my ideal weight. There'd be nothing off me if I was to lose.
Yeah, I know, but you're a normal height. I'm 4 foot tall.
I'd love to be 90 kilos.
Exaggerator.
I went from 90 to 64 out of
Amazing.
like it was bad. It was because that picture that was taken at Christmas, 90 kilos for like a normal average sized person would be great. When you're like 5 foot tall, it's not a good look. because I was just
Yeah, but-
outwards.
You was looking over your shoulder as well, and the picture was taken from that angle. So you're not, no one's going to look that great, and you had your arm up as well. So you was like squidging yourself together, looking at the picture.
I've never seen you as like
I
big Harry or anything. It's,
I was filled with beer and cheese. Like, I mean, I was talking about this to someone recently because I was saying when I was like fat, when I was heavier, I was never cold, and I think that's like insulation. I felt like I didn't get cold as much, and I was always happy. And I thought I put that down to literally being filled with beer and cheese all the time. Whereas now I'm grumpy and cold most of the time. Like I ache and I'm tired. Like if obviously for anyone watching this, you can go to workoutfitness.co.uk and we've got all the information. But a part of me does want
Harry's lifestyle.
You on how to be grumpy and cold.
exactly. Like I can say to a point, yeah, no, get healthy. The benefits are amazing. You feel more energized. You know, you're more alert. You feel better overall. But I am grumpy and cold all the time. Like,
You know, I saw something on Facebook. Someone had commented, or someone had put a meme, and it said, "Yes, it is hard to eat healthily. It is hard to work out and be fit, but it is equally hard to be unfit and equally hard to feel achy and tired. It is all hard. So you just got to choose which difficulty you go for."
yeah. And I find motivation in things that I see around as well. Like, there are little things. We had a conversation a little while back where when you spoke about giving up smoking when Bella was born, and you sort of like you from what I remember, you spoke to Jem and you had a final fag, and then you went, "I'm going to give up," and she was like, "No, you're not," because anytime when I said I was going to give up smoking, like you always hear the same thing: "Oh, I'm going to give up," or "I'm never going to drink again." No, you're not. And then you put it away, and then you just sort of were like, "No, I'm done." You know.
Yeah.
Like you had to treat food the same way. Not that I just went, "No, I'm not eating again," but certain things that you just kind of go. You've got your kids, so you go. Actually, there's a reason there. You know. I think it's finding that motivation for me as well. A big part of it.
Anyway, I reckon next week we should have like a cheese board event where we taste in cheeses.
Actually, no.
Being a Christmas one.
Last
I've got a lovely right bit of gorgonzola in the fridge that I could cut right into.
last week we got Airs and Graces, which are a company around here. We used to work with a couple of them, Rob. Becky started it, and they do a big cheese board, crackers, cured meats, olives, the whole thing, and for a really good price. And I'm essentially.
What are they doing on the desk in the barn rather than being in the kitchen? It's done. You know, there were certain chefs that they employed last year. Why were they not doing them? And then you were being undermined as well.
I can't answer that because they were really great in their position, as were the chefs. And
because it was sexual. Sorry, I didn't.
Sorry. And but they have started their own company where they're doing these boards, and they're delicious. Essentially, it's a cheese and crackers platter with everything in between. The olives, we got a bottle of wine not for free, but included in, and it comes in this amazing package. And I'm essentially sound like I'm sponsoring them now, and I'm not.
No, well,
they're not.
The things that they're good at what they do. I'm tempted,
but they are great. Yeah, we got a box from them, and it was a great price. And the service leading up to it, as well as everything included, was amazing.
They deliver.
So, yeah, they delivered. So, 100% COVID safe as well. And
what's COVID?
They're called Airs and Graces. What I'll do, I'll put the link in the description as well.
Just put a picture in the background. I know you can't do the picture in the background.
No, I can't do the picture. But it is worth. Next week we might get another box from them because they are great.
Yeah.
As a little treat.
Yeah, I might
This
have to.
week, yeah, it's a fantastic idea because it's something that like,
I'll
like
tell
I
you-
love olives.
Are they still working at that residence, or are they not? Or that's their new job now, is it?
I think they're on a break.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, they
Hmm.
could go back. But yeah, they
As-
well. And the thing is, it goes to show it's like even though this is like a weird time we're living in, there's so much talent coming out, all sorts of places, isn't there?
Yeah. Oh, I think people have taken this opportunity to really try new things. You know, like we started a podcast, which is great.
Yeah, but I'm pissed
But
off.
like-
These pubs shut.
Well, yeah, like the
And
little
that's
things
rubbish.
that.
That's like God's wrath is going to come down for that.
Yeah, I talking to my old man yesterday. He said that he's been doing some accounts, and he worked out that this November, based on like this year and last year's November takings, he's taken 3% of what he took last year, just in November. Yeah. That's how bad it is,
Yeah.
and that's
Do you
like
know-
only because he's done a bit of like takeaway, like collection on the fruit and veg mix boxes, a few takeaway beers or whatever. Yeah,
Do you know
Yeah.
what could help as well? If
What?
everyone that's made it this far in the video jumped down to the comments or
Ah.
the description, found the Buy Me a Beer, and supported local businesses, that would really
Yeah.
help.
yeah,
Because just an idea. I'm just throwing it out there. Just give us a like, give us a comment. Say, why does that guy look like a thumb or H from Steps? And then find the link and just click it, just one step at a time. Just find that link, give it a little click, see how you feel.
yeah,
It's all good.
yeah.
But
yeah. Like,
because-
comment, and share.
yeah, exactly. All of that sort of stuff helps us. Ideally, if I can help it, I'd rather not. Sorry?
And select the bell below for like subscribe.
Yes, do that as well. Subscribe. See, also as well, you can go on to Amino movie apps and you can follow me for movie reviews at Not Another Movie Fan. No big deal. But I've got 600 followers. It's fine. I'll just put it out there.
Wow.
But
You're like famous.
I know it's weird, isn't it? No, it's it's really bizarre because I don't even think those 600 people are like, yeah, I really like this guy's point of view. I think they're just like, this guy's really angry about really small things,
You're a real thing. What are you talking about?
and then they just let it go. Well, I've been doing like I purely for the fact that the first two films I did were Jeepers Creepers 3 and The Duff, and I got so annoyed watching both of those pieces of shit. Sorry,
Yeah, that's
really
the life-
sorry.
One of them's a life waster I've witnessed.
Mate, both of them films are awful. So awful that they ended up just being angry reviews. And apparently that's something I excel at. Like, I got so
would you-
mad that they both...
I was going to
Sorry?
say, would you say that like fucking Teen Beach the movie was better than Jeepers Creepers 3 and The Duff?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I would watch that film on repeat with my eyes glued open with Samurai Swords than watch Jeepers Creepers 3 again.
Creepers,
That
Creepers,
film's
getting so far in it, and they're just going. I hated the first one. The second one redeemed it, and then this one's just dug itself a bigger hole.
Well, okay, so I like the first one because it was one of the very first, not just horror films, but one of the first films I remember watching.
Well,
And I remember being,
this is what I'd say. When I watched the first one, it was like, oh, this film was actually quite good, and then it ended, and I went, oh, for fuck's sake, that's shit.
yeah,
Well,
because
that's it. You just got to a point where that's your mid plot, isn't it? It's not you got your
Yeah.
in your middle, and it's ended, and it's middle, and so 1 and 2 should be one whole film.
yeah, oh, 100%.
That
But
would
I
be
love
epic.
the build up and the tension in the first one, where for the most part you don't even meet the creeper. He's just this sort of presence in the background,
Yeah.
and everything's happening around the carnage that he causes. that sort of tension and build up. I loved that. There's a scene when he's gone, he's fucked off to the shops to get some bread, and they find his hole or his church.
What?
They find his like tunnel,
Oh, that, yeah.
and they're like, they stop next to it and they're like, well, we should probably look down this tunnel, which is a normal response to finding a tunnel.
Yeah.
And they get down there and it's just filled with carnage and bodies. And it's the whole build up to that is amazing. And then the second one is more traditional horror, where it's like on a school bus and all of the students are like 16, but they look 32 and they're beautiful. And it's that more old school sort of like Jason, Freddy vibe. But the third one is fucking awful. It was filmed on a Nokia 3310, and the entire film is
That's
like
correct.
the creep. Oh, mate, the creeper's become Batman, where he's got his creeper mobile filled with
Yeah.
all of these amazing devices, where it's firing spears and lasers and shit. And I was watching it, and I just was like, what happened? Like, the budget is a packet of crisps and a fucking Lucasade, and they're just like, just do what you can.
Isn't 2020 supposed to be a year that he's resurrected as well, though, isn't he?
Oh, don't say that, because it's going to be me, isn't it? It's going to be me.
Yeah. You come back and be like, you hated my film, bitch.
But that film made me so angry that I did a review for it, and it ended up getting quite a bit of love.
Just
Like,
watch
it,
and then just
it was like,
don't want that.
yeah.
Delete, gone.
Oh, mate, I
I
fucking hated that
I
film.
probably got about an hour in, and it was just didn't make sense. And like you said, about the production value, it was awful. Didn't make any sense. It didn't add
Okay.
any additional value to the. You know,
I looked into it as well. I wanted to know why it was so bad, because the first two, they're not like groundbreaking, but they're fun to watch. So I looked into it, and it turns out that the director and the writer, the creator, was actually a bit of a twisted fuck, which you probably wouldn't get from a guy that creates a horror character that rips people's bodies apart. But he spent quite a bit of time in prison, so presumably he came out, had an idea, took it to the studio, and they were like, give him some change that's left over. I think that's what happened.
Let him
Because,
run with it because he might kill us.
yeah, pretty much. They were like, he's a bit of a twisted fuck, just give him what he wants, but don't give him too much. You know? Whereas like the Duff was a different one. That was sort of like a American Pie comedy style, sort of like high school drama thing where everyone's in their 30s.
Actually, I don't know that one. I'm going to have to Google it.
And the Duff stands for Designated Ugly Fat Friends. So, and it's
That's me.
just bad. Yeah, me, literally. And I was watching it and I was just thinking, like, who's this aimed for? Like, I don't understand who's going to watch this. And, like, it just made me feel bad because it just made me think about school. And I was like,
Oh,
I just end up thinking, like, that was me in school and I just don't care enough to revisit that sort of thing, you know?
yeah.
And I got to a point. But, yeah, so essentially we got off track. But what you can do is go to Amino Apps, Not Another Movie Fan, and that's where my link is. I'll put it in the description anyway. So, shall we wrap this up? Shall we?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm going to watch
Okay,
the
well-
Mandalorian.
Yes, next week should be the final episode, I
Right.
think. So we should do a overall, don't know what this is,
Yeah.
overall
Love-
sort of thing
Yeah.
next week to decide where we're at, because I think this is easily the best program on TV at the moment.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
by almost nothing, there's nothing else that's out that comes to how excited I am for this program.
Do you have you watched Rick and Morty?
I watched the first season.
Not your cup of tea.
I have been meaning to go back and rewatch it because I know how popular it is.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I remember the first episode more than anything. The first episode killed me, where I'm not going to do an impression because it's going to sound horrible. But when he's talking to who's the young one? Is that Rick?
Morty. Rick's the
Is it Morty?
granddad.
Yeah, and he's like, I need you to put this in your butt. And he's like, and he's trying to be like, what? He's like, I need you to, and he's like dribbling a little bit, or he's got that thing, hasn't he? He's like, I need you to put this.
Drunk.
Yeah,
He's dribbling. Yeah,
he's like, I need you to put this in your butt. That killed me. Like, so I've been meaning to go back and rewatch it.
One of the best episodes for me is Pickle Rick, and it is amazing.
I've seen clips from Pickle Rick. I've seen clips because of how. So I will go back and rewatch it. If I do the first season properly next week, if you do Mandalorian, I will do Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Because
I watched the first season again. I've watched it about 17 times. Yeah.
Really? Is it better than Family Guy? Do you reckon?
Yeah,
really?
Definitely. Yeah. Family Guy I love as well, but I mean, Family Guy is a lot light-hearted. There's some really, really deep issues that are completely obliterated in Rick and Morty. Like there's some scenes in it, and you're like, fucking hell, that is so deep. And then they just like run away with it again. It's brilliant. Yeah.
If we do this as well, if I send you the link to that streaming site I was saying, do you want to do the Harley Quinn series as well?
Only if I can pay to watch it.
Of course, it's 100% paid because that series completely blew me away in the sense that it shouldn't be as good as it is.
Really?
Yeah, I don't want to overhype it, but there are not that gore or swearing make a program better, but the way this program uses everything that it's allowed to do.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It definitely did in Spartacus.
Spartacus again is that first season of Spartacus is phenomenal to me. I think that's probably one of the best seasons of TV of all time.
Yeah.
Like I absolutely adore that.
Some of the sayings that Batiatus like said, Jupiter's cock.
It followed over to us when we were cooking. Because we'd do there'd be like weird things where it'd be like, you fucked up, and I'd be like, apologies. And you'd be like, what? People that didn't work in the kitchen would be like, what is he saying? Makes no sense.
That's really weird.
I am probably going to go back and rewatch that first season as well because I love that program.
Yeah.
But what I'll do this week is I'll go through Rick and Morty. I'll do the first season. I'll try because I don't know how many episodes there are to a season.
6.
Not many.
Is it not a lot?
Yeah, it's very short. You get through 3 years worth in a day.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're only about 20 minutes an episode.
Yeah, didn't the creator pass away? I don't know if they're doing it anymore as well.
What, Rick and Morty? Season 4's just finished.
Oh, has it? Oh, right, okay. Well, because I remember that there was something to do with the creator passed away or something, but maybe...
There's 11 episodes.
11 episodes, yeah.
In the first season.
On season 4, Netflix kind of put 6 episodes on, and everyone's like, yeah, it's like finally, like season 4's out, and then didn't put the rest of them on for about 6 months, and it was like, why haven't they put them on? And then a few weeks ago, like they dropped in the rest of the episodes. As far as I know, they're the rest, but yeah.
To be fair, Netflix's algorithm is a bit weird. I'm still waiting for the rest of Modern Family.
Well, I dropped Netflix when they got rid of Crystal because that was really good.
Yeah. And now they've got rid of Punisher and Daredevil as well.
Yeah, but they're keeping cuties, aren't they? Perhaps.
Oh, don't. But
Harry, you can review it and tell us all about it.
What cuties?
Oh no, that's that. Was that film with the 11-year-old twerking dancers? Yeah, I can't even bring myself to watch that.
It reminded me too much of my own childhood.
You've got to give up twerking, Harry.
Oh no.
I bet
I'll tell you what.
single ladies for what do.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll quickly ask my producer. Hang on a second. One second. Beck.